Competitive SEO research. Knowing what your competition is doing helps you to stand out. Hey there, it's Gerald here from Similarweb, the official measure of the digital world. In this section, we're going to be looking at how you can hold the trophy for competitive SEO research. We're going to cover identification, performance and benchmarking, finding gaps and opportunities so that you can close the gap of your competitors. First up is competitor identification, which is all about helping you really know who is in your market. Broadly speaking, there are two types of competitors, your brand competitors and your digital competitors. So for example, if we work for a sports company, our brand competitors might be Gymshark, Nike, Adidas, Lululemon. Whereas when we're looking at digital competitors, it may be that we've got, for example, Amazon or a shoe specialist. So knowing your competitors from a branded and digital perspective can really help you to start having this conversation internally. Also, just note that those competitors can change based on the line of business. It's not always site-wide. For example, if we wanted to analyse how a particular competitor was performing for dresses, we would want to look for dress in the URL, for example, in which case we're not looking at Amazon as an overall website, we're just looking for URLs that contain dresses in them. Search competitors. It's not to say that both of these competitor data sets do both paid and organic. They can change based on the search channel. Also be mindful that your brand and digital competitors may not always be doing and performing well for paid search, in which case your search competitive analysis also needs to be taken into account. Similarweb automatically helps you identify competitors based off a core website. In the platform, you can specify one website, and through a technology called Similar Sites, it will automatically identify relevant competitors, which is going to be a mix of your brand and digital competitors, so that it allows you to very easily identify who your competitors are. Second is competitor performance, which is all about setting KPIs, which is an abbreviation of key performance indicators. Now that you've found your competitors, that's just half the battle. Once you pinpoint who they are, you need to start benchmarking your performance against a particular metric. To do this, you'll need to identify metrics that matter. So for example, one good metric to start with is the marketing mix. What channels, which digital channels specifically do they actually invest in? That can automatically give you a much better idea of who the competitors are and what channels are important to them. From an SEO perspective, we want to make sure we're comparing our performance against their SEO channels. So how much traffic from an SEO perspective are they generating? What is their channel growth rates? Do they have any seasonality trends? Is it a case, for example, at the end of the calendar year, they increase or decrease in traffic? You also want to be looking at branded versus non-branded search terms. Do your competitors get most of their traffic in from branded keywords? For example, if I work for Adidas, am I getting most of my SEO traffic from Adidas trainers, Adidas jumpers, or am I actually generating a lot of traffic from, for example, sportswear? And of course, this works for any metric. For instance, backlinks, the number of keywords that the competitor ranks for, the number of URLs even that the competitor has. Any of these metrics is key to competitive SEO research. The third section is all around competitor strengths and gaps. Let's take keywords as an example. To help you increase your market share, you ideally want to identify how many keywords your competitors have versus you. You'll then want to find out which of those keywords are actually driving and generating traffic depending on how well they perform for those terms. In Similarweb, we have a functionality called Keyword Gap. It allows you to specify up to 5 websites at a time. It will tell you which keywords you all share collectively, and it will also tell you which keywords each of those competitors wins on that you lose out on. And this helps you to close the competitive gap. When it comes to SEO competitive research, all you got to do is change the metric or the KPI. So whether it's a case of you analysing your backlink performance versus your competition, just apply the same logic. How many do we have against them? How well do we do for brand versus digital competitors? And then also, what are the trends of that metric? It's all about what am I looking to compare? How do I compare against my competitor sets? so that you can close the gaps. This is just the beginning of what you can do with Similarweb. Subscribe for all the latest videos, and I'll see you in the next video on how to complete keyword research.